The train, it left the station with two lights on behind. When the train, it left the station with two lights on behind. Well, the blue light was my blues, and the red light was my mind. All my love's in vain.
All you good friends stand by. Here's that fat boy Rag coming your way. Yes, that's Junior Boy playing. Yeah. Oh, let's tear it up, Junior.
friends, we're back. For the record, I do not wear the same clothes every day. I do happen to be doing all of these videos in one day. This is not my best look, but but I figured that you would like to know that I don't actually wear, I love Kane Brown, but I do not wear my Kane Brown shirt every single day. All right, so today we're going to talk about guitars, and we're going to make like a little stringed instrument. It's not necessarily a guitar, it's a stringed instrument. On the video, on the slideshow that I sent you, they showed you how to make one out of a cereal box or some kind of cardboard box, and that one was very fancy and a little harder. You are much more creative than I, which I have talked about before, but I'm going to show you how to make a really simple one, and it's really just to listen to the sounds of strings. So like kind of like, it looks almost like a mini banjo. So first you're going to start out and you're going to find the lid. This one happens to be the lid to a mason jar that's solid. It came on top of a candle. So a pickle jar lid works really well. Go in your refrigerator and find some jar that your mom forgot was there. Go ahead and dump it out and take the lid. And that's that's what we're going to use to make some kind of stringed instrument. So the next thing you're going to need is something long. So when I did this the first time, I used a nail file. I have since reused that nail file as a nail file. So I took it, but this is just actually a piece of cardboard that I cut from one of the millions of boxes that have come with deliveries. So just go and find something that's long enough so that it kind of resembles this part of the banjo. And then what is the greatest invention of all time? Packing tape. We're going to take packing tape and we're just going to tape this. I put a little too much packing tape. I got a little carried away there. Put this on the end. Of course, you can use handy dandy duct tape, which also works beautifully to make this, and it might make it a little prettier. Again, with the decoration and creativity, you are much more creative than I, so it is absolutely okay for you to take this moment now to decorate. You saw in the video, they wrapped it in wrapping paper, which I thought looked phenomenal, right? They just took like computer colored paper and they wrapped it. It looked great. If you want to do that right now, you could. The sticky kind of paper that kind of goes on the inside of shelves works amazingly well on this as well. So go ahead and decorate right now if that's what you choose. And then we are going to take rubber bands. Very simple. You're going to take rubber bands. So I have like this huge collection of rubber bands. I don't know why. I really have no idea why. But I have this huge collection of rubber bands. So I took a little bit of time to go through them and find ones that actually fit around. And so what you want is you want the rubber bands to fit around around the circle part. And then you're going to tape that down. So wherever it lands, you're going to tape that down to the back, so that the front is open. Ooh, the front is open with the string instrument. I gotta tape it better. Tape it on the edge. Now, the one that she made in the video is going to sound a lot better than this one, because this one, the strings will move around a bit, and that, of course, inhibits. You will also see on my video the wonderful and amazing Miss Kait, who is my friend, and she plays all kinds of stringed instruments. And she plays the ukulele on the video and the banjo on the video. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. So please take some time and go through those. The thing about Miss Kait, too, is she taught herself how to play. Amazing. I would never be able to do that. I cannot play. My friend Charlie plays the guitar. Oh, so amazing. And we're really lucky. He takes his guitar everywhere we go. So we always have a guitar player ready to roll. Charlie is a very big fan, too, of music and how music saves you. Pretty cool, right? Now I'm going to take one. I didn't try this one. And take one and see if I can get it on here. It's going to be very tight. This one over. So this should sound different because it's tighter. So the tighter the string, the change of the sound. Interesting, right? That's what string instruments are. That's why guitars need to be tuned, because they have certain sounds. All right, ready? And this is what it looks like. Super easy, very quick, a fun craft to make. Obviously, yours would look better than mine, and I'm sure yours would sound better than mine, but depending upon what your rubber bands are. I did this last time with hair bands, and it sounded very muted. It was very strange, very funny. So it is strange, whatever kind of rubber band, the thickness of the rubber band makes a difference. The how big the jar lid is. If you get a good big jar lid, like the big pickle lids, those sound fantastic. So I would highly recommend that you try to make some kind of stringed instrument. I gave you several choices, so let's see if you can do it. All right, have a great night. Look at all of the videos because there's some really good, interesting history of guitars and string instruments and some wonderful examples from my friend Miss Kait. So have a great time making stringed instruments. Bye.
Small town girl living in a lonely world. She took the midnight train going anywhere. Just a city boy, born and raised in South Detroit. He took the midnight train going anywhere. Don't You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when the skies are gray. You never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. Well, you undone me and you bet I felt it. Try to be chill, you're so hot that I melted. Fell right through the cracks, and I'm trying to get back before the cool done run out. Time me giving it my bestest. Nothing's gonna stop me with the fine intervention. Reckon it'll be my turn to live some or learn some, but I won't hesitate no more, no more. It cannot wait. I'm yours. Open up your mind and see like me. Open up your plans and then you're free. Lift up your heart and you'll find love, 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 love. Listen to the music of the moment, people dance and sing. We're just one big family, and it's alright to be loved, 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 loved. Oh, I won't hesitate no more, no more. It cannot wait. I'm sure there's no need to complicate. Our time is short. This is our fate. I'm yours.
Okay, so why music? Why did I choose that for a theme for a week? Why did we go over all different kinds of instruments and how it would be really important for you to play those instruments? Why music? Well, there are lots of reasons why music is one of the most important things in our life. Not just music class, not just certain instruments, but music in general. There's lots of benefits to music that for humans in general. One of the things is that you can choose your own genre. There are many different types of music. So I happen to like I have my Kane Brown shirt on. I happen to like so many different types of music, and I listen to them for different reasons. But I will talk about that in 1 minute. So music is important. Here are some of the reasons why music is just one of the most important things in our lives. First of all, it can lift someone's mood. So you know you've had those days where you just didn't feel good and you didn't feel like doing anything and you didn't feel like going to school, and then you got in the car and you heard your very favorite song, right? And you're like dancing around in the car with your mom and you think it's so funny. Yes, that's exactly what it's for. It's to lift your mood. This has happened to me. So my friends and I, we do this thing we call Dance It Out. And if we are really miserable, and I mean really miserable because grown-ups get really grumpy too, don't let them kid you. When we're really grumpy, then we literally put the same song on that we listened to in high school, and we jump around and act stupid and send each other videos. And it's fun. It literally just lifts your mood. And that is one thing that music absolutely can do for you. Everyone understands it. So here's the thing, it doesn't matter what country you go to, what place you're at, what college you go to, what school you go to, it makes no difference. Everybody understands music. It's a universal language. It's music, when you hear music, it's like communicating in a way that maybe you couldn't do before. Focus. I know this doesn't seem logical, but this is really true. Music helps you focus. So when I was teaching writer's workshop all the time, I would always put on very low Beethoven music, and that would make them realize that it was time for them to focus. So for the entire time they were writing, I would just play that classical music in the background. Music makes you focus. It's why people listen to it while they're doing football practice. It's why people in the gym always have their headphones in, because it makes you focus on whatever it is that you're doing. It's a cool trait, right? It's because you're using your sense of hearing, and it makes your brain stimulated at the same time. So it does help you focus. So here's another good tip, kids. When you are studying for a test, listen to some kind of music that makes you relax. Now, it doesn't have to be classical music. That's just what I did for my kids at school. But you can listen to any kind of music. So if you have some nice soothing music that you're used to listening to, then use that and study while you're doing it. And then if you hum that tune, all that information comes back to you. Because again, remember, all those things in your brain we're trying to connect. And if you connect music to something that you're supposed to be learning, it helps you focus. I know it doesn't sound logical, but it is actually a true thing that music helps you focus. Connects with emotions. Okay, so now this is funny. This week is graduation, right? It doesn't matter if I know anybody graduating. It doesn't matter what. If I hear that pomp and circumstances, that da, na, 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 yeah, I cry every time. Every time. It's because it connects with my emotions. It's because when people are graduating and they're leaving, it makes me sad and happy all at the same time, and I cry. It happens all the time. Same thing with the wedding march. I only have to hear it a little bit, start to cry, because it is connecting with my emotions. Here's another thing. If any event has happened to you, that especially if it's not like a good event, like if somebody's sick or something happened, something tragic happened, you will always remember what song was playing. It connects with your emotions. You connect things with music. But in a lot of ways, it's a good thing. So sometimes you've heard that song, that like inspirational song, like the, Roar or something that makes you think good, positive thoughts. That also connects with your emotions. So it's an interesting thing that music does that, and it's a powerful thing. You can use music to get through certain emotions. Build imagination. Okay, this is a good one because I need for you to understand how your brain develops and how it works. So this is one thing that is absolutely true. If you close your eyes and you listen to those lyrics or just the melody that's underneath, you will imagine a story, right? This is what I tell you about creative writing all the time, is that it's all about doing like a movie in your head and then getting that down on paper. Music will help you do that. Music helps build your imagination. It helps your mind to create pictures that go along with the sound and the melody. Got it? So it builds your imagination. That's, again, another way that music is working toward your brain power. That's what we talked about earlier, why music is good for kids, because it builds brain power. How? Because it builds imagination and it connects and it helps you focus. Connects to memories. I don't know if this has ever happened to you before, But let's say you and your best friend had one of those nights where you giggled all night long and you kept playing the same song over and over again. Every single time you hear that song, you will start giggling, right? Yeah, it happens all the time. It's because it connects to memories. You connect whatever music was playing. Same thing, like my wedding song, it's still every single time it brings forth that whole like, oh, I loved my wedding. It was so wonderful. Or what I remember what song was playing when when I had my first baby, my husband was playing music and I can remember what song was playing. So those are things, it just automatically it connects with your memories. Pleasure. Shouldn't we do things that are just fun? Yeah, and music does that. And you get to decide what kind of music you like. It could be R&B music, it could be country music, it could be rap music, it could be any classical music, it could be jazz music, it can be any genre you want. One other thing about memories, the good thing is also, so my dad listened to old time Motown, and whenever I miss him a lot, that's what I do. I go and I play that music and sing along, and I remember, because it also connects with memories, emotions and memories, and I remember all of the good times. So those are reasons why you should play music. You should play music every single day in your life because it helps with all of these things. This is how it develops your mind. It helps lift your moods. It helps everyone understand. It helps you focus. It connects with your emotions and your memories. It builds your imagination, and it's fun. So please, my friends, listen to some music. Make some of these instruments. Have a good time playing with the YouTube videos and trying to play along with them. Whether you make a guitar or a drum or a rain stick or a tambourine or maracas, those are all the instruments that we're making. You can have some fun with music for pleasure, and you can make some memories doing all of these fun things with music. All right, have a wonderful week.